Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube, and of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my little corner here in Canada. So feel free to pull out one of your projects and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I am still all over the place, but I do want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of you that tuned into my last WIP'n chat and left some beautiful comments on that video, and of course those of you that sent me a message through my Instagram. Your kind words meant the world to me, and I will definitely be getting back to those comments. But I'm gonna be honest, it's been rough, but it is getting a little better, which I will definitely spend today's WIP'n chat talking about that. But before I get into the updates and what's been going on, I am officially on a new project. Shocker. I actually finished The Mermaid and the Turtle by Realization's Erica Cohen, and that video, or that post review, is what I will be filming for Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Now, the kit that I did kit up and I'm working on is this one here. It's called Cancer CB by Krista Bug, and it is a round drill kit coming from Diamond Art Club. Now, this canvas, it is discontinued. I thought I got my book and my tea, but I didn't. It is a discontinued canvas, so if it is one that you like, you're gonna have to look for it on D-Stash websites. But I'm working on this canvas for the Zodiac event that is happening in the licensed Diamond Art Club group for Canadians. So I have kitted it up in my Trabrix tray system, which I don't actually need a tray, so that's cool. The pen that I'm using is this one here. It's one of my customs from Creations Moran. And it's just super sparkly and fun. So yeah, anyway. So let me get into it here. Like I said, I'm a little all over the place. I haven't put any drills down, and I am hoping that this kit sort of is a nice little pick-me-up because it's not squares. Okay. So yeah. It's been a while since I've done a round kit, and this is an older Diamond Art Club round kit, so we'll see how well the grid grows, but generally the round drills don't take me as long to work on, so I imagine this kit, I will probably fly through it. I should be done it in time for drills and chills. See, this is what I'm talking about, my weird gapping. Oh gosh, just another day of me diamond painting. Anyway, I'll fix that after. I'm not too worried. I always go through my canvas when I'm done the diamond painting and straighten out anywhere where it looks funny, or if there were any drills that started to pop up, things like that. So yeah, so anyway, how are you? What is new? I know I am filming this WIP'n chat really late because I'm filming it on Tuesday, August 5th at 8 p.m. And normally my WIP'n chats go up on Tuesdays for 7 p.m. So I do apologize that this is not going up on time. This will most likely be going up sometime Wednesday, August 6th. So for me, that's tomorrow. But to be honest, I'm doing much better. I'm still processing everything and working on just finding a new routine, a new sense of normalcy in my life, but it's getting there. I don't think I mentioned, so one of the comments from last week was asking me if I had any pets. So I had a pet named Barry, who's a betta fish. Now, unfortunately, during the breakup, the height of it, when it was very, very fresh, Barry, I brought him with me to my parents' place because I needed space. And unfortunately, Barry the fish, me trying to transport him in his, like, I have like a smaller tank that I use like if a fish is like not feeling well. So I actually had to transfer Barry in the smaller tank, and unfortunately the stress of the drive, which would have been about an hour on the highway to get to my parents' place, it had a toll on him. And Barry only lived about another 5 days when I got to my parents' place before he passed. So Barry did unfortunately pass away, which, to be honest, I'm not surprised, because he was already, like, before everything happened, starting to show signs of slowing down. His scales were starting to become, like, less vibrant. He wasn't swimming around as much. So I suspect that Barry was, a senior betta, if that makes sense. I have been thinking about potentially adopting a dog. Obviously not anytime soon, but that's something that I have been thinking about doing. I've always wanted a dog. So I'm thinking maybe next summer, or even like next spring, to really start looking into that, just because there are things in the apartment that I need to do for myself first, and then once I have done what I need to do for myself, then I need to prepare the apartment for a dog. So with that being said, today was a very special day because I actually ended up going to the pet store. So actually, let me go back. This past weekend was really busy because I ended up visiting with my parents again, and we ended up going furniture shopping. They wanted to go shopping with me for a new sofa, because I told my ex, like, he could take the sofa, because I had a futon. So now I'm in the process of looking for a new sofa and putting the futon in my second bedroom, which is where I keep all my crafting stuff. That way then the second bedroom can get turned into a craft room / if someone comes over, then there's the futon that pulls out into the bed, available for them. So I am in the process of looking for a couch. So I had gone couch shopping with my family, and then I had gone to IKEA with my brother and sister-in-law, and IKEA was a lot of fun because I also need like a new TV stand and coffee tables and end tables. So IKEA, I did see a sofa that I liked that I do need to measure and see if it'll fit in the apartment properly. But I also got new dishes, which I haven't bought new dishes since I was 18. So it's been a while. And the new dishes are pink, and it's so much fun. It definitely put a smile on my face. I was joking with my brother and sister-in-law that the apartment is slowly becoming my version of a Barbie dream house, because I seem to just love the color pink all of a sudden, even though purple is my favorite color. I don't know what's going on. And then on top of all that, I had picked up some little things here and there just to make the apartment more my own. So I got like a new like rug for like in the bathroom, like where the sink is, so that when I'm doing my makeup, it's just nice and soft on my toesies. I had got another like cushion for, what are they called? They're for like when you're in the kitchen, in the foamy ones that you use like to cook on and stuff, like while you're standing. But anyway, I got another one of those, and it's super cute. It's lemons, and it says Home Sweet Home on it, because Fun fact, I am obsessed with all things lemon as like an interior thing. And then, so that was that. And then on top of all that, on the weekend and yesterday, I have been deep cleaning the apartment. So part of my deep clean has been just going through things, getting rid of stuff that I'm not using. I've been doing a lot of cleaning. I have like cleaned the floors hardcore, so I've been doing a lot of like vacuuming and steaming. I cleaned up my fish tank and had it like, so for those of you who are not familiar with fish tanks, generally when you're running a filtered fish tank, you do need to circulate the water through the filter a couple times before you introduce a new fish with the chemicals. So I had gotten the fish tank so that it's circulating the water and filtering it so that the water is ready to go for when I get a new fish. So it was a lot of cleaning the past week and a lot of just sort of making the apartment feel more home to me and really making it my own. And then with that being said, today I actually, because my tank was officially ready to welcome a new fish, I welcomed a new betta fish and I decided to name him Ocean. He's a half moon betta and he is this beautiful blue turquoise. I posted a photo of him on my Instagram. But for those of you that are new to my channel, I absolutely adore betta fish. They are my favorite. I have 2 diamond paintings that sort of honor fish. One of them is Fishing Spirit, and then the other one is Flow. Fishing Spirit, it's like this beautiful fish that's just in a spirit form, literally, and it's just in the water. I can't remember who the artist is. And then the second one is Flow, and it's just a giant diamond painting of a betta fish. Both of those diamond paintings are definitely a pick-me-ups. They're the type, I guess you could say they're in my rainy day stash because they're definitely diamond paintings that mean a lot to me, especially being someone who has always had a betta fish and grew up with them. I don't know when I'll get around to working on them, simply because I find this time of year, typically in the month of August, it's normally just me working on whatever diamond painting I feel like it until I get into the Drills and Chills, which starts on September 1st and runs till October 31st, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is the first year of this Zodiac event, and I definitely wanted to participate because I actually had a kit that's Zodiac. I don't normally go after, I'm not really into Zodiac themed diamond paintings, but this one is special because I am a Cancer. My birthday is on July 9th, and I also like mermaids, so this kit sort of made sense when I saw it and decided to pick it up, and I'm really happy I did because it is discontinued now. But yeah, normally in August I just sort of work on whatever I feel like working on. So this is the first time where I'm actually doing a kit for an event before diving into Drills and Chills. So that's very interesting for me. So I'm not too sure when I'll get around to working on one of those fish diamond paintings. Just because I find that typically September and October I'm doing fall Halloween kits for Drills and Chills, and then normally in November and December I like to do more of my Christmas winter themed kits, and then January is just sort of like willy-nilly, do whatever. February, end of January into February, I like doing one of my Asian themed kits for the Lunar New Year because that is a holiday that I do celebrate. And then typically March to August I'm just doing whatever, because I tend to not participate in any events during those months. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what's been going on. Now, in terms of diamond painting news, I have not been making any purchases because right now I am currently in the process of getting new furniture for my apartment. So I am hardcore on a no buy. The only thing that I have budgeted for with my crafting is my Creations Moran monthly boxes. That's the only thing that is currently in my budget. Now, when I was doing all of my cleaning, because I wanted to steam the floors and just do a massive dusting and everything, I had to go through all my diamond painting kits and reorganize them. And part of me doing all of that gave me the opportunity to actually see how many diamond paintings I have and also go through them. And I realized I have a lot more diamond paintings than I thought I did. And seeing them all sort of stacked and organized made me realize that I really need to work through my stash. In my opinion, my stash is a little too big for my liking. I think I currently have maybe 50 kits, 50 to 60 for sure. So I definitely really want to work through my stash before purchasing again. Of course, that's hard because my must-buy artists are literally Miss Holly and Margaret Morales. So I was thinking that between the two of those artists, the only artist that I will probably have a hard time wish listing is their diamond paintings, to be honest. I also didn't realize when I was going through my diamond paintings that I have a really good mixture of round and square. And I also realized that majority of my diamond paintings are from Diamond Art Club. I have quite a few from Oraloa, and I have some from Dreamer Designs. And then I have a couple of miscellaneous that are coming from Diamond Dots, Realizations, Eric and Corinne, and then a couple. I have one from Muni Made that I bought in a D-stash. But I'm going to be honest, I was actually really surprised with how many diamond paintings I had, because what I was doing was when I was purchasing, they would sort of be out of sight, out of mind. And now that they're all out, I'm like, okay, this is a lot more than I anticipated. So definitely want to work through my stash. I definitely realized too when I was going through them what kits I had that can work for different events, because I often find that when I'm participating in events, that tends to motivate me to want to work on my kits. So when I was going through and organizing everything, I realized that I had quite a few autumn themed kits. I'm not super big on Halloween, but I do like the autumn season. I think I've talked about this, where when it comes to Halloween, like in terms of art and like house decor and stuff, I like the cutesy side of Halloween, but yet I will totally watch like horror movies and horror TV. But I don't like any decor or any artwork that is like a horror themed. Make it make sense. I don't know why. So all of my fall Halloween themed kits are very cute. So for example, I have a gnome Halloween themed kit. Have like one autumn landscape. I have one from Make Market that I had bought last year that I hadn't done yet. So I've got enough. And then I have a lot of, because Miss Holly's artwork often features Wilhelmina the witch, and she's very cute with her corgi. So I have a lot of Wilhelmina paintings, to be honest, which do qualify for drills and chills because Wilhelmina is a witch. But in my opinion, like, those are cutesy Halloween. But yeah. Now, I know last week someone asked if I would do like a stash video of sorts. I would honestly, I'm like scared to do one, to be honest. I think I'm scared of like being shamed for the amount of diamond painting accessories and paintings that I have. But I also am aware that in our community, we are all probably, majority of us, in the same boat. So part of me is like, if I did a stash video of like all my different accessories and things, it wouldn't be terrible. But at the same time, whoops, oh, I just flung drills. But at the same time, I also need to preference that a lot of my pens are from the same shop, and a lot of my trays and putty, they're all from the same shop, so there's not a lot of variety with that. And then the diamond paintings, I think most of us pretty much shop from the same shops, so I'm not too worried about that. But I think definitely I would like, I filled these trays up way too full. I'm still learning and figuring out how to work my Tribricks. Still working on it. But I definitely think that doing a stash video would be a lot of fun. I'll probably do, I'm thinking, because I do have some of my Let's Explore videos that I wanted to film for. So I definitely do want to start doing stash videos. I think it would be a lot of fun. I just have to like figure out how to go about filming that, especially the diamond paintings, because I don't use GemsFlow and I store all my diamond paintings in a box. So I was thinking if I was going to film, like, the trays, putty, release paper, and pens would be pretty easy because I can just do overhead. But I was thinking for me to film my stash video of my diamond paintings, how I would do that. Like, I don't know if it's a situation where I should like take out the sticker sheets and show them that way. If I put together the photos like as a Google slide and do it like as a voiceover. So I don't know how to film my stash video, to be honest. So if you have any ideas of how to film the diamond painting stash video, please let me know. Because the one thing is that I am not the most organized when it comes to how I organize my kits. I just like to work on my kits. So part of me also wonders if, like, if I were to film a diamond painting stash video, if I should do it where it's like all of my Miss Holly kits, all of my Margaret Morales kits, and then sort of like combine artists like animals. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how to do that. I know for a fact it would definitely have to be 2 videos because I'm not the greatest when it comes to super long videos. I personally am not a fan of really long videos when I film them, but if someone else films a long video, I am all for it because oftentimes I put on other YouTubers in the background while I'm diamond painting. So like when they have long videos, I'm like in heaven because typically the length of their video, which if it's around an hour, then that I dedicate as my 1 hour of diamond painting, if that makes sense. It's sort of like a little timer because when their video's done, then normally I'm done diamond painting for the day or for that session, if that makes sense. I do that mainly during the work week, or else if I didn't do that or set a timer, I would just be diamond painting nonstop, and then I wouldn't have a good balance because I tend to get really absorbed in what I'm doing. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I need to think about how on earth I am going to do this stash video of my diamond paintings. But that's definitely something that I'm thinking I do want to film. It would also probably be a good distraction for me too. It would give me another project to work just because the more distractions I have, the better right now. Yeah. And I'm spilling my drills. Okay, so going forward, so I should mention, this is my first time using my Bricks tray system for a big diamond painting. Normally I use them for like my smaller diamond paintings, so I'm still getting the hang of this. I also, when I was kitting this kit up, I didn't put, like, some of the colors had more than one baggie. I did not put all of the baggies in a tray. But I think going forward, this might be a good system for me because I keep spilling things. Of course, it'll get easier once I lay the drills down. But I think going forward, this system is better for like my smaller snack sizey kits. Okay, yeah. All right, so in other news of things going on in my life, I was recently gifted an air fryer from my brother. I have never used an air fryer in my life, and today was my first day testing it out, and I can honestly say it is an amazing device. One, it did not heat up my apartment, which was amazing because I don't have AC, and for whatever reason today felt very hot to me. I don't know why. Like to the point where I didn't even do like anything crazy. Like I did some errands, but I didn't do much cleaning because yesterday was like the biggest cleaning day. Like yesterday I steamed the floors, I vacuumed, like I cleaned out my linen my linen closet. Like it was just, yesterday was really busy. So I don't know why today I felt so hot because I really didn't do much. I diamond painted, like I finished the diamond painting. What else did I do today? Oh, I ran out and got my new pet fish. I did a Walmart run. Yeah, and I didn't even run the oven, so I don't know what was going on today. But I ended up on the couch. I actually binge watched somewhere below deck. But anyway, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, I got really distracted. Oh yes, the air fryer. So I did test out the air fryer, and I can honestly say that I am in love with that thing. I love onion rings, and I find that when I cook my onion rings, like I just buy the bag from like the grocery store freezer section, and I used to cook them in my oven, but they wouldn't get like as crispy and they would take forever. I honestly threw them in this air fryer for 7 minutes, like the bag said, and they came out perfect. 7 minutes to cook my onion rings, and I just wanted like a little snack for myself. 7 minutes. Like, let me tell you, it was amazing. And I'm like, why on earth did I not get one of these earlier? So shout out to my brother for gifting me his air fryer that he wasn't using. And it like didn't heat up my apartment. Like it was amazing. Yeah, because normally anytime I run the oven, like it does heat up my apartment. So in the summer, normally if I need to run the oven, then I'll cook what I need to cook like really early in the morning before it gets hot. And then when it's time to eat, I just microwave it. Or if it's something that I can cook in my slow cooker, then I'll just cook it in my slow cooker. But I mean, you can't do French fries and chicken nuggets in your slow cooker, or like some like little hors d'oeuvres, like just like sometimes you just want like a quick dinner, not like always like something I make from scratch. But I'm like, oh my gosh, and now that I live by myself, like there's no need for me, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm really guilty during the school year. If I come home from work and I have not planned dinner, and it's just been one of those weeks where I'm a little more on the unorganized side, then chicken eggs and fries is a valid dinner. And I'm the type of person that does a lot of meal planning. So a lot of times what I do is I make homemade meals and then I pre-portion them and freeze them. so that during the work week I can just pull out something from the freezer, thaw it out, and then I'm good to go, and I'll have like a nice home cooked meal. But sometimes I forget to take something out of the freezer, and I'm just like, oh, screw it, chicken nuggets and fries. But because it's just me, I don't need to do a whole box of chicken nuggets and fries or a full bag of like, I just don't need to do the whole thing. So I'm like, this air fryer is a game changer. But now that it's August, I am starting to meal prep for my freezer. So today, oh yeah, now I know why I was hot. I'm so scatterbrained, it's so bad. So yesterday I did cook sausage in my oven, so that today I would boil the pasta to make a baked pasta for my freezer. And when I do my baked pasta, I always mix in already cooked sausage, and then I normally blanch zucchini, bell pepper, and tomato, and then I mix it all together. And then I really like putting black olives, like sliced black olives, in my baked pasta. And then when I mix everything together, I portion it into like my foil pans, and then I throw it in the freezer so that during the school year, when I want that baked pasta, I can just pull it out in the morning, come home, it's thawed, and then I just throw it in the oven to heat it up. So I had made my baked pasta, so that was good. And then, because normally in August I really dive into my meal prep. And then I love, in like the fall and winter, I love soup. So normally in August I start making my chilies and my soups. Again, I pre-portion it, throw it in the freezer. I'll do stuffed peppers for myself. Again, those freeze up really well. Shepherd's pie I'll make. That freezes up really well too. But it's just like little things so that I have just homemade meals for myself. And I love baking my muffins. I normally bake muffins every week and freeze them. But again, because it's just me, a 12 thing of muffins, when I make it, will last me quite a while. So it's definitely been a change in how I cook. Definitely a new learning curve. It just means that when I freeze things, it will last. The portions just need to be reorganized so it's not as big. But yeah, so that's what I started doing to prepare for the school year. Because sometimes, like with the school year, things pop up and I have to stay at work a little later than anticipated. And when we have there are certain days where I do have to stay late that are planned, and often those days where it's planned that I'm given a heads up that it's going to be a longer day, those are the days where I'm like, yes, a homemade meal that's already done, already cooked, we're good to go. I also like doing I make this dish where it's shredded chicken, and it's done in the slow cooker, and it's just perfect for the freezer because it's almost like a pulled pork, but it's essentially like a pulled chicken. And that dish is awesome because when I freeze it, one, it freezes really well, and two, it's so versatile because I can either make shredded chicken wrap, shredded chicken sandwich. Sometimes I'll just have it on rice. So that's definitely a favorite in my freezer. And of course, pulled pork. But yeah. So yeah, that's my new project. So on top of me trying to get the apartment to feel more like my own, I am also gearing up for back to school, doing my meal prep to make my life a little easier. Because generally, throughout, I don't tend to get a lot of takeout because I prefer cooking from scratch and cooking things at home. And I try and save my takeout for the weekends because typically on the weekends I am either doing laundry, doing catch up on housework, groceries, and definitely like to lounge a little more. So yeah, anyway, I feel like I've just been rambling, but honestly, I've just been trying to stay busy, trying to stay distracted. Last week I met up with my friends for lunch, and that was really nice. I'm really thankful for just the amount of people in my life that have been supporting me, checking in on me, making sure that I'm doing okay. It's definitely meant the world. I mean, I do have my days where, I get really sad and upset, and then I'll, get angry. Like, it's a process. It's definitely a big change, but I think it's getting a little easier. I'm not as distracted, or I guess that's not the word. I feel like I'm not as numb, if that makes sense. I definitely feel more motivated to do things. So, and it, like, when I'm doing things, it doesn't feel like I'm just doing it because I have to, if that makes sense. So, for example, when I returned to swimming last week, it felt like I had to do it, and it was just sort of like, I'm going through the emotions, this is it. Now it's like I'm doing it because I intentionally want to do it. The same thing with me going on my walks. I'm not doing it because it's like, oh, I should. It's more so because this is a new routine for me. This is a new walking time. I'm doing this because it's something I genuinely enjoy. In terms of my sleep has been rough. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was doing well sleeping, but there are nights where I don't sleep at all, where I'll stay up still. I'm not staying up till like 3, 4 a.m., but I'll stay up till like 12, 1 a.m., which is still very unusual for me because normally I go to bed at around 9:30, 10. But I think part of it too is because I'm on my summer holidays. But at least I'm still getting out of bed, which is important. I know when everything sort of happened, I just wanted to lie in bed, and it just was rough. But now I'm like, nope, I want to get out of bed. I want to go for a walk. I want to go for my swim. I want to, try a new recipe. So definitely starting to feel more like myself again, which is nice. But I'm still being very gentle on myself because, like I mentioned last week in my WIP'n chat, I was very blindsided by everything, and I was also very shocked, and I just needed a lot of time to process. Whereas now I've processed and I feel like I'm definitely emotionally in a better headspace, and I'm definitely getting used to my new reality of being on my own again. And of course, little Ocean today definitely makes a huge difference. Seeing my little fish and seeing him, he's very active actually, which I'm really happy for, because sometimes when you bring home a new fish, or probably any pet, I'm guessing they just hide. But Ocean's very active, which I'm happy about. But yeah, definitely in a better headspace. But yeah, so anyway, that's what's been going on. Like I said though, I do apologize that this WIP'n chat is delayed. I know normally I have them up on Tuesdays, but in my defense, it's been sort of chaotic here. And I'm still finding my new groove. If that, yeah, I'm finding my new groove, finding my new routine. Um, and just, I guess, rediscovering myself and rediscovering my hobbies. Because, I mean, besides diamond painting and reading, there's a lot more things that I enjoy that make me happy. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this WIP'n chat. I feel like I've done enough heart to heart on you guys. I'll turn off the light here so you can see. Did pretty decent. There is some issues with, oh no, I just picked off a drill. Okay. There is some strange alignment issues, but I'm pretty sure that's just me and round drills, because like I said, my placement with round drills always tends to be rough, so I'm not entirely surprised that they are all over the place, but I'm sure it will get better. Okay, ish. Yeah, ish, sort of better. Anyway, alrighty, so if you did enjoy today's WIP'n chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye everyone.